Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It's the end of July 2015 and we had a pretty crazy month this month, so we have lots of updates to cover today. But starting with our income for July, my work schedule for the past month has been absolutely insane. I have averaged 80 hours per week for the month of July, so working basically two full-time jobs in one job. I had one week, the third week in July, I worked 121 hours in a single week, which there's only 168 hours in a week. And so basically, I slept for 6 hours a night and then had about an hour to get ready and drive into work. And otherwise, I was at work about 16 hours a day for those 7 days that one week. So our income in July was $4,800 even, which is that has to be in a new all-time record. Let's scroll back just a little bit. Yeah, last May that was 3 paychecks. Yeah, we just absolutely destroyed our all-time record. Um, yeah, okay, $4,800 gross income for July. Unfortunately, I had to pay $988.80 in taxes this month. I put $240 in my 401k this month, and take home pay is $3,571.20. That is by far an all-time best, but my goodness, absolutely exhausted from July. So hopefully, we can tone things down a little bit come August, but I had some opportunities to take some overtime with the facilities maintenance group. If you all remember, did that last year. Worked with facilities maintenance, and when we go into a shutdown, they get really, really busy. And since I have an engineering degree, it's a natural fit for me to, go and help them. I also talked with the director of the facilities maintenance is under engineering, so I talked to the director of engineering, who basically said he'll hire me on to that team as soon as he gets a role open. So they start at like 23-ish dollars an hour, which I'm at $15 an hour right now. So that would be $8 an hour pay increase. And 23 is the minimum that they make in facilities maintenance. So I'm gonna really, really try to do that. And I would still be hourly, same shift, all that stuff, same company. So yeah, we'll see if we can sneak our way in there and provide some value to them and yeah, move on up. But yeah, so for 2015, I've made $21,500 gross income. I've paid $4,400 in taxes, put a little over 1,000 in my 401k this year, and I've taken home almost 16,000 this year. Made 84 almost thousand in gross income. I've paid 18,000 in taxes in my lifetime, and 2,700 I put in my 401k, and I've taken home $63,091 in the past. It's been about a little over 3 years now of working. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. I also listed the previous house, or I guess the current house that I was looking at. So we bought that in, I think it was March of this year. It's been about 3 or 4 months. Pretty much remodeled everything, and I've got it listed up for sale right now. It's at 55,000. So I purchased it for 8,200. Had some closing costs and everything, and some realtor fees. Ended up being about 10,000 after all my costs. Probably spent, I would say probably 8 to 10,000 on stuff. It's a little complicated. Probably 10,000 would include all the appliances like refrigerator, stove, microwave, dishwasher, stuff like that. Some of that I might be able to take with me to the next house. Obviously, the air conditioner and the furnace and stuff like that I can't take with me, um, but yeah, we've got it listed up for sale. I'm still living in the house at the moment. But the crazy part is I think I have already found the next house to purchase. So the old town that I used to live in, the house that I now live in is 30 minutes south of that town. And I think I found another house about 20 minutes to the west of my old town that I lived in, where my parents lived. It is a 3-unit apartment building. It seems like I'm sticking with the theme of like 1920s, 1925. These things are 90 years old, it seems like, but I can get good deals on them. So this one is listed at 80,000 It has 2 vacant units right now, and it has 1 unit where it's a 1 bedroom unit where the tenants have not paid rent in about 6 months. So it is an absolute mess in terms of being a functional place to live. But yeah, I'll start putting in some lowball offers. Probably start at 30 or 40,000 and see if we can get it. If I can get it for 50 or 60, I'd be pretty happy with that. It's probably, if I could rent out all 3 units, it would probably be worth, close to 100 or 110, I would guess. But since it's 90 years old, it also needs a ton of work. So needs painting, floors, cleaned up, the whole 9 yards. So I did already look at the house. Since 2 of the units were vacant, I did see those 2 units. I've not seen the unit where the tenants were living in there right now. So couldn't get into that unit. But the 2 units that I did see, they were in good shape, or decent shape. I wouldn't say good. I wouldn't say horrible. There's no holes in the floor or anything like that. But um, nothing too alarming, just cosmetic things that it needs. So I'll go ahead. I'll put in like a 30 to $40,000 offer, and see how that goes. Start working my way up, and see if we can go ahead and get our next house to purchase. So let's jump into our net worth though. We still have the house that we're living in currently that is up for sale at 55,000. I'm still going to value it at about 25,000 just to be super conservative in our net worth statement here. I don't think I'll get 55,000 or even 50,000. If I could get 40,000, I would be pretty happy with that. But just for conservativeness, I will put 25,000 as the property value. For 401k, we are at $6,837. So went up another $400 this month, which is pretty good. And very cool thing, we did finish paying off the car this month. So in 2013, I had purchased a new car. I didn't say purchased, I leased a new car on a 36-month lease. So I have the car for maybe 9 more months since I went ahead and paid it off early. But once the lease is up, I'll have to either decide if I want to buy the car out, which there should be about 12 to 14,000 left on the car at that time, or I could just give it back to the dealership. So I'll have to, when I get closer to that date, I'll have to start worrying about that and maybe try to save up enough to purchase the next car in cash, or figure something out there. So that's not for a while though. But anyway, we are actually debt free. Completely. No credit card debt, no student loan debt, no car payments, absolutely debt free. 21 years old, and actually have a debt free house at the moment. Only worth 25,000, but still completely debt free. Feels nice. If I can keep working 80 hours a week, then we can save up money pretty quickly. But my cash position right now is $12,415. So it's actually a really good month. I ended up making, it was 3,500. Paid off the car, which was about 1,000, and I was able to save $2,200 in cash this month. So I mean, all in all, I only spent $300 outside of that. So that's a pretty good month. I will take that. But that brings our net worth for July 2015 to $44,252. And in terms of our goal pace, and so if you're new here, goal pace is becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. I'm currently 21 years old, so I've got another 9 years. And this basically is a monthly goal, what I would need to save in order to be on track to become a millionaire by the age of 30. So I am currently minus $9,915 off my goal pace. So we made up another $2,000 this month, mainly just from working overtime. So hopefully, if I can sell the house for at least 35,000 here, then that would put me at positive. So I would actually be over the goal pace to become a millionaire by the age of 30. So hopefully we can sell this house for at least 35 and make up some ground there, and then find a really good deal on that triplex 3-unit apartment complex, and get some equity and some stuff going there. Oh, with this house, sorry, let me explain that for just a second. So the house is if I can get the house at 50 or 60, where it's listed at about 80,000 right now, then I would have to get a loan. My plan would be to put between 15 and 20% down. I did already call the bank, which is actually funny. It's a funny story in itself. A year ago, they absolutely would not loan me any money because I hadn't worked at places for 2 years. I didn't have 2 years of work history, and I didn't have I had credit, but nothing crazy. Where now I applied and they're like, "Oh wow, you own a house, paid for cash, and you don't have any debt. Like absolutely, we'll loan you whatever you want." So, not whatever I want, but for the most part, it was no problem. So they said I'm pre-approved to like 120,000, but I'm going to try to keep it way under that and hopefully get it for less than the 80,000 that it's listed for. So. Um, yeah, so that's kind of how that went. I've already called and got pre-approved, so I'm good to make my offers. But I'm gonna try, to get to 15 or 16,000 just as a buffer, and so maybe I'll try to put most of that down, and I'll probably bring my cash position pretty far down, and that way I don't have to make a huge monthly payment on that. And I've not decided if I want to do a 15 or 30 year fixed mortgage yet, but to be determined. I'll try to get an accepted offer first and worry about that later. So that's just kind of the update on this next house that I'm looking at. Lots of stuff going on that I've never done before. So just trying to figure it all out. But yep, that is July 2015. We ended up with $44,252 net worth. So pretty good month. Lots to update everybody on. I'll try to keep working as much overtime as I can, and we'll get caught back to up to our goal pace and yep, just keep moving forward. But you've got last month's and next month's video on the screen now. Be sure to click those links. Check out the links in the description below if you are interested in this Excel spreadsheet. And then as always, if you have comments, questions, or things that you'd like me to include or explain further in future videos, go ahead and comment them down below and I'll be sure to get them included in the next video. Thanks everybody, and we will see you in the next video.